Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now, just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden.
Hello you guys. It has been a minute since I have filmed. Yes. Do you want to come say hi? Do you want to come sit with mom? Anyways, as I was saying, it's been a little bit since I have filmed or vlogged, and this little one is why. Can you say hi? Yeah, it's just been a little bit hard for me to vlog just because she's obviously my #1 priority, and we are currently going through the 4-month sleep regression. If you know, you know. Every baby goes through it, but some babies like struggle with it a little bit more than others, and Nora is definitely on the struggle bus a little bit, huh? She honestly, like, up until like 2 nights ago, we hadn't really noticed a big difference, and I do think she was going through it at that point, but we were able to kind of work out a schedule that worked for us. Anyways, it's been a little bit hard for me to vlog just because she's obviously my #1 priority and she takes up a lot of my time. Yeah, and we've just been really busy with just like life stuff. We've been doing a ton of stuff to the house. I'll have to show you guys later on in this video. We are doing a lot of stuff to the house, which is so exciting. I'm definitely gonna have to film an updated house tour, and then also I'll just show you guys the things that we're doing right now. But today's video is going to be a day in the life, but also kind of a Q&A video, because I asked you guys for questions over on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, honestly, and I haven't had the chance to just sit down and film. I don't have a lot of free time right now. During her naps, I'm usually like either with her or like running around making like lunch or something like that, and so I don't have a ton of free time to film. So I figured the best way for me to get videos out, like Q&As or life updates, stuff like that, is just to film it vlog style and just like incorporate it into whatever we're doing. So that is what we are going to do today. I'm going to film a vlog, but also incorporate some life updates and then also some Q&A questions that I got over on Instagram. So that's what we're gonna do. So anyways, if you guys are new here, please subscribe. I'm hoping to upload more often. Again, I feel like I've said this a couple of times in the last few months, just because whenever you're so cute, whenever I feel like we like get into a routine, something changes or just our priorities shift. And you know, obviously if you're a mom, you know how much time it takes to be a mom. So anyways, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of our videos, and also follow along on Instagram. I post there every day, and that's a lot easier for me to post on, so I would love to have you over there as well. And so yeah, should we get into some questions? Okay, so Nora is officially 4 months old. She's almost 5 months. Next week she'll be 5 months, which is just crazy. A lot has changed in the last month. Honestly, I feel like she has grown so much. She is just so big now. You say hello. She's almost doubled her weight since she was born. So she was 7 pounds exactly when she was born, and we went to the doctor when she turned 4 months, and she was like just under 13 pounds, I think. And I definitely think she's grown since then. I think she went through a growth spurt at some point during this last month. So she is growing like a weed. She's in 3 to 6 month clothes. Honestly, more on the 6 month side. It honestly depends, because a lot of our clothes are thrifted. As you guys know, I share like thrift hauls a lot over on Instagram and on here. And with thrifted clothes, like clothes have shrunk a little bit, so then like the sizes is not exactly right, or like depending on the brand, the sizing's a little bit different. And so it just honestly kind of depends. But like this outfit is from H&M. I just ordered her some stuff because I found at the thrift store that we go to, they don't have a ton of like older sizes, like 6 month, 9 month clothes. They definitely have a lot more like newborn 0 to 3 month clothes. So I ordered her some clothes, and this little outfit, so cute. maybe later on in this video I'll show you guys a little H&M haul, but we ordered our first order from H&M. Loved it. They have really cute stuff, and they were having a sale, like 20% off or something. What else are you doing? She wants to crawl so bad. She can officially like lift herself up on her arms like this. Like before she would, you know, just be on her elbows. She lifts herself all the way up, and she also lifts her bum way up in the air while she's doing her tummy time, which is so fun. She also is officially rolling both ways. So she's been rolling from her tummy to her back for like a month and a half or so, like basically since she was like 3 months old, a little bit before 3 months, and now she is also rolling from her back to her tummy, which she loves to do. It's her new favorite thing. She just started doing that a couple of days ago. So that's kind of like that update. We are still exclusively breastfeeding, which, oh my gosh, you guys, I can make a whole video about breastfeeding and just like our journey and like things that I've learned, things that I wish I would have known, things that I use every day to help with breastfeeding. But there was a couple of weeks there that I was not sure if we were going to be able to keep going, just because she was so fussy and I thought I was losing my supply. But I did some things that helped, and then I was able to get it back up, and now we're good. So we are exclusively breastfeeding, no bottles, like almost ever, because the bottles are what was causing the problem. So no more bottles. So yeah, if you guys are interested in like a breastfeeding update video, things I wish I would have known, things that I really like, there are certain bottles I will never ever buy ever again because they are horrible. At least for my baby, they did not work. And then there are bottles that are really good that I think work well for a breastfeeding baby, and some supplements and things like that. So anyways, if you guys are interested in a breastfeeding video, let me know and I can film that. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. Sleep is still a struggle, especially recently. So anyways, that's a little update on her. I'm not gonna keep talking. This video is probably gonna be a really chatty vlog because it's gonna be a Q&A and also just her update and stuff. So I'm going to, yeah, we're gonna go make the bed, clean up the bedroom a little bit. And I think she might be hungry, so we're gonna go do that, and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later.
Never touch a porcupine touch. Yeah, isn't it? I like it. Oh.
Hey guys, it is the next day. I am sitting at the chiropractor waiting for my appointment. I have a few minutes, so I thought I would take this time without baby to answer some of the questions that I received that I mentioned yesterday that I didn't get to yesterday. So let me pull up the questions and we can answer a couple before I head into our appointment. So I'm gonna start with the question that I've been asked by far the most. Probably like 60% of these questions are all the same question, and that is if I am going to be teaching this year. So the answer to that question is no, I'm not going to be teaching this year. As probably most of you assumed or guessed, I am going to be staying home with Nora, and I'm very excited for it. So first, let me say that this decision was not because I hate teaching or I am really burnt out from teaching or I just didn't think teaching was what I thought it was going to be. It is nothing like that. I absolutely love teaching. Loved my last 3 years. I mean, definitely COVID kind of threw a little loop in there, but I still loved it. It was a dream come true to be able to teach. At the root of it, what it really comes down to is that teaching is always going to be there. I can always go back. I'm planning on keeping my certifications up and keeping whatever I need to do to keep my certification. I'm going to be doing that, but Nora is only going to be a baby one time. And so I can never get this time back whenever I like want to. Whereas with teaching, if I decide this isn't really working for me, I want to go back, I can, but I can't get this time back with Nora. And so I am really grateful and excited that I have this option to be able to stay home with Nora. I know that a lot of people do not have this option, even if they really desire it. This is something that Nora and I have worked towards for the last 3 years, our entire marriage, because I knew when we had kids, I wanted the option to be able to stay home. I didn't know if I would do it. I didn't know if I would take that option, but I wanted to at least have the option to be able to stay home. And so I'm really excited and grateful to Warren, to just, you know, in general, that I am able to do this. I'm gonna turn the car on because it's so hot. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. So I'm so excited and so grateful, and just really, I don't know, it's gonna be a change of pace. It's gonna be a new chapter. I always dreamed of being a mom, just like I always dreamed of being a teacher. So I'm really excited to live out this dream. I was able to, you know, teach for 3 years, absolutely loved it. Now I'm excited to be a mom and just kind of focus in on that. And so that is that question. I'm sure that there's gonna be a lot of questions about me staying home and teaching and all of the things, but we went to my school in June and packed up all of my stuff. It's all in our garage now, and so there's a ton of stuff. And I'm planning on keeping everything pretty much. Like, I am gonna go through and just like make sure everything we have is stuff I want to keep, but the only things I didn't like keep is like decor stuff that I knew I wasn't going to be using, or if I am going to be using it again, like I can get it really easily, and probably my style's changed anyways. So that is that question. It feels good to finally like talk about it. I haven't like not been talking about it on purpose, but I just like, I haven't had time to sit down and film like this, and so I knew that it needed like a longer explanation, a longer, like I wanted to kind of just chat with you guys about it. And so it feels good that I finally had this time to talk to you guys about it. So yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question is, what have you done postpartum to keep your mood and mental health cared for? This is such a good question. And it's really important. I've done a few things to help. One, I have kept taking my prenatal. I have not stopped taking it, just because if you think about it, like when you're pregnant, you're taking all of these vitamins through your prenatal or other supplements that you're taking, and then you give birth, and then if you just stop right away, that's like a huge like dip for your body when they're used to getting all these vitamins and supplements and things. And so I've continued taking my prenatal. I think that really has helped. I also, when I was probably the first 2 months, I would take these little drops. I will add a picture here. I'm pretty sure they're called like Baby Blues by Wish Garden, I want to say is what they're called. I would take that honestly once a day, but sometimes two, depending on it. And I really think that did make a big difference, especially if I was having a hard day. I would take a big glass of water, take a couple of drops of that in it, and then I would drink that. That really helped my mood. And then also I prepped freezer meals, which really helped with the stress level of having to make dinner every night. I had good nourishing foods already prepped that I could just throw into the Instant Pot, throw into the crock pot. That just made dinner a lot easier, because if you think about it, like if you don't have any meals prepped and you don't have any support, it can be really hard to fuel your body with like good food to take care of yourself after you just had a baby. That is like super important. So that's another thing I did. And honestly, another really big thing that we did is that Warren and I would kind of split the nights. So Warren would take Nora, this is back when she was like a really newborn. He would take Nora from like 8 to 11 or 8 to 12, depending on how long she could go without eating. He would take her out in the living room and just like, you know, hold her, rock her and stuff while she slept, and then I could go into the bedroom and sleep. And then we'd like switch at 11 or 12. Like I would take her, she would sleep, you know, like at nighttime, and I would take her for the first couple of hours, and then Warren would be able to sleep, because sleep deprivation is very real when you have a newborn. I honestly think that made a big difference, because we were able to kind of split up the shifts so that neither of us was like 100% sleep deprived. It like allowed us both to have a little bit of time to sleep and rest and recoup. And it just, I think that honestly made a big difference too, because sleep is really important, especially when after you have a baby and everything is new. So those are a couple of things that I did to help keep my mood up. And another thing is getting ready every day. I know that when you're freshly postpartum, like not a lot fits, but like leggings, just putting on like a fresh pair of leggings and like a t-shirt that you feel good in, like a black t-shirt where, you know, black is flattering, black is good, hides everything. I would recommend that too. I think that honestly made a big difference in my day too. So those are a couple of things that I did to help keep my mood and mental health up after having a baby. Hopefully during Nora's next nap, I will take some time to answer some more of your guys' questions. But yeah, so I'm gonna run into the chiropractor and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, I'm just sitting down to eat some lunch. I'm gonna answer some more questions, but I thought I would show you first what I'm having for lunch. Nora's down for her nap. I'm having this big salad. It just has carrots, turkey, red bell pepper, spring mix, a little bit of Kerrygold cheese, which is my favorite, And I'm also having a Olipop, which if you guys have never had this before, it's like a healthy pop, healthy soda. Let me know down below if you guys say pop or soda. I grew up saying pop, but I feel like now I say soda most of the time. But it's like a healthy soda. It just has like probiotics and prebiotics and like lots of good stuff, and it's so good. So I'm gonna have one of those, enjoy my lunch while Nora's down for a nap, and I'm gonna answer a couple of questions while I sit here and eat my lunch. So let's see, let me pull up the questions again. Okay, an easy one is house tour question mark. So I think I mentioned earlier in this video, we definitely need to film a updated house tour once the kitchen is done, because oh my gosh, you guys, it's gonna look so good. I looked back at our original house tour and the house looks so different already, like incredibly different. It looks so much better. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of just all of the work that we've put into it. Mostly Warren, he's done an amazing job while working full-time and having a baby. He's done amazing. So yes, we will definitely be filming an updated house tour once the kitchen is finished, and we have one more project in the office to finish, the ceiling, and then we'll definitely film one. Okay, the next question is breastfeeding must-haves. So I talked about this earlier yesterday, that I can make a whole video about breastfeeding, but off the top of my head, some of my breastfeeding must-haves is definitely the Haka. The manual Haka pump. That thing is amazing and it's so good, especially when you're very first breastfeeding and like your supply is regulating and you like leak everywhere and stuff like that. The Haka is amazing for catching your letdown and helping you build a freezer supply. So definitely the Haka pump. Also just a manual breast pump. I have the yellow Modelo one. I can show you guys, but I actually just washed it. I have tried electric pumps where you like plug into the wall. I've tried like wearable pumps and none of them work as well as just that cheap little Modelo pump. It is really fast. I can just control the flow. It gets my letdown very quickly. It's just amazing. It's like 20 bucks, I think. Highly recommend. The next baby, I'm not even gonna bother trying to buy an electric pump because it just didn't work for me. Also, the Bobby pillow for the beginning of your breastfeeding journey, I use that thing every single day for the first 3 months of Nora's life. We don't really use it anymore because I usually lie down to feed her. I just prefer the side lying position, and so does she. Or I'll just hold her if we're sitting in a chair or something. But definitely recommend those 3 products. They are probably my #1 must-haves. And then also a really good water bottle because you are using so much water to make your breast milk, and so you have to stay hydrated to keep your supply up. So those would be my top like 3/4 breastfeeding must-haves. Okay, the next question is, how have you and Warren adjusted to parent life? And I'm just gonna be completely honest. It has been harder adjusting, I would say, than I thought it would be. I think Nora was a little bit colicky. We didn't ever get her like diagnosed or anything, but she cried a lot in the beginning. And it was really hard. It's just been a little bit hard to adjust, I would say, but I think the last month, really once she turned 3 months, I feel like we finally are starting to get into the swing of things. We have a really good routine. We have like good expectations of each other. Like before, I think we both held expectations that like were unrealistic or just like they were different, and so we had to figure out how to manage our new roles. I feel like we had to kind of just like figure out how to parent, right? We've never done this before, and I feel like if I would go back, we would do so many different things differently. Like I feel like your first baby is like a guinea pig. You're trying to figure out how to do this, how to take care of a baby, what your role is, what the expectations should be. Just everything is all new, and that's totally okay. Just like when you go through anything, you learn as you go. So I feel like with the second baby, it will be so much easier, hopefully, because we've been through it once. Same with like the labor and delivery. It'll probably be a lot easier because you never know until you go through it, and that's with anything in life. So the adjustment has been a little hard, I'm not gonna lie, especially since I think Nora was a little colicky maybe at the beginning. I honestly think she was colic. We just didn't get her diagnosed with it because she was super gassy and would cry all the time. Now she's a much happier baby and is a lot more fun and just like doesn't cry as much. And so I would say the last 2 months things have gone really, really well, but the adjustment definitely was hard. And if it was hard for you, or if it is hard for you, you're going through that right now, just know that it's totally normal. And also if it's not hard for you, then that's great. But for us, it was a little bit tricky.
this morning have so clear a light as any.